You have a goal in life, no matter what it is, somewhere in life, you are going to face situations where you have to increase your visibility. And for some people, that is not always comfortable. It wasn't for me, right? But there came a point in life where I had to go to the mirror and I had to tell myself that the only way that I would be able to accomplish the things that I really want to accomplish in life is for me to allow myself to be seen. And there are layers to being seen, right? Where you are increasing visibility in your job is different from where you are increasing visibility on the internet, right? Where you are increasing visibility with, finding a romantic relationship is going to be different from where you are increasing visibility um, when you are in a job. I'll just use a job again, because I just know that in jobs, like, there are certain expectations, rules, and so on and so forth, and the same goes for relationships. My intention for this video is to discuss with you all some of the ways that you can embrace visibility, and also just to remind you all that on the other side of visibility is something that you really want to accomplish. And so there comes a point when you have to sit your ego, your pride to the side for the next level. And that's just that on it. And if you are new here, I am Markita. I'm super grateful to have you all here with me. I am a spiritual teacher. I am a nomad. I'm an author, and I'm also a podcast host of my new podcast titled The Alchemy Soul Podcast. And if you're interested in that, you can check that out in the description below. Listen, y'all, I am on a 365-day long form content challenge. And if there is anybody that's out there that's like here and you are an aspiring YouTuber, let me tell you, it for some people, not all, right? But it takes a level of consistency to really get in the game, right? You have to learn how to navigate the interwebs. And for me, and this is part of visibility, right? For me, for a long time, I started my YouTube channel back in, I don't know, I think it was 4 years ago. I started my YouTube channel. And I would start and I would do a little and then I would stop. And then life would happen and then I would stop. And then the background or the aesthetics wasn't perfect and I would stop. And my hair wasn't done and my nails wasn't done and my lashes wasn't done. So I would stop, right? I created all of these mental blockages in my mind that prevented me and that stopped me from truly allowing myself to be seen. And so that goes right into what does it mean to be seen, right? That is a very layered thing to say, to be seen, right? But for me, when I'm saying that you have to allow yourself to be seen, you have to allow yourself to be more visible, I'm talking about vulnerable, right? You have to be vulnerable. You have to embrace the fact that you are human. And when you show up authentically, right, and you show up passionately, and you show up consistently, and you love what you do, that is going to help you with learning how to be seen. One of the things I want to talk about today is starting with low risk visibility. And the reason why I say low risk visibility is because right now, nobody watching. I mean, there are some people who are watching, which I'm super grateful, but the number of people that are watching right now is significantly lower than what it could be a year from now. I don't know, right? But right now I'm allowed to fumble. Right now I'm allowed to um, you know, be less than perfect. Right now, I'm allowed to kind of shift through my thoughts as I'm talking, right? Because at this point in time, nobody's really watching. So it creates a low risk visibility. Now, you do have people who naturally got it, right? You do have people that naturally just know how to do it. They know what the titles to put. They know how to edit the videos. They know how to, do the lighting, whatever it may be that gets them right into the algorithm. They know how to do that. I'm not at a point in my YouTube journey where I know how to do that. So I'm not being seen, which is okay, right? Some people are watching, but it's a low risk visibility because I'm not there are no costs right now, if that makes sense. Like I'm not losing out on anything by being here. Whereas if it's a year from now and I'm monetized, then I'm gonna lose out on money. And so it's just like start when you have a low risk visibility. And for someone, for example, who is looking to um, go looking to make new friends, I'll use that one because that's an easy one. For somebody who's looking to make new friends, you might just want to join a run club, right? Just to be in social connections. You might not know anybody there. You don't have to talk to anybody there. You're just going to be in the social environments, and that'll put you in the space where you are more visible. You are more likely to connect with someone if you, on the next time you go to the run club, you do want to connect with them, right? Um, yes, that's the first thing that I wanted to say. Low risk visibility. The second thing that I want to talk about is like this performance. If you show up authentically, it makes it easier for you to keep showing up, right? If you feel that you have to, for myself, right? I don't wear makeup. Makeup is not a thing that I wear every single day. For myself, if I felt that in order to be in front of this camera that I had to put on makeup every single day, then I wouldn't do it, right? My authentic self and how I'm able to continue to be seen and allow myself to be in a vulnerable space and just be here is for me to just show up as I am, you know? I like to think of this conversation as, just a one-on-one conversation. Like we chilling, we on FaceTime, we having a conversation. And I don't, when I'm on a FaceTime and having a conversation with my friends, they're not expecting me to be anything but Markita, right? And so I don't want to perform behind the camera. There are performers. Everybody has their things and they have what they can do in order to help them succeed. For me, I have to be my most authentic self. I have to talk how I am used to talking. I have to speak in the way that spirit is leading me to speak, right? I'm not a person that have to have a lot of edits. Now, maybe down the line, maybe I'll be able to hire me an editor, but that's not my ministry, right? Like I'm just a speaker. I don't want to put on all of these roles and all of these things onto myself because that would make me not be consistent and I wouldn't continue to show up. And so don't overperform. Like at the end of the day, they gonna like you or they not gonna like you, right? Like people get like it's what is it, cancel culture? I don't even know, but people get canceled every single day. There are so many people that are on these interwebs that are getting canceled, and it's just because you want to be real. You want to be honest. You want to be truthful with your audience, and we want to be truthful with the things that you share. And I feel like it just makes it easier for longevity. You know what I mean? Like if this is where my career is starting as a speaker, I want this to be like my authentic truth that takes me for years, that takes me down the road for years, and it's going to take, it's going to allow me to go longer, further, because I am being authentic and because I'm not overperforming. Sometimes when I sit down and I'm talking, and I might have some points that I have laid out, but for the most part, I'm just talking. And sometimes it can probably, just depends on what you're looking for, right? But sometimes it can feel like I'm all over the place. Sometimes it can feel like I'm scatterbrained, whatever it may be. I don't know how you feel, but it's like no matter what it is, like I just want to be my authentic self because I know what I mean, right? And so if I know what I mean, I know that there's somebody else who will understand what I'm saying. The third step that I would advise anybody to do in order to embrace visibility is to stay consistent and practice repetition. When I first started, I didn't have the introduction, right? I didn't have the I'm Markita, I'm a spiritual coach, I'm a nomad, I am an author, I'm a podcast host. That's a lot of things, and I could add on to that. But if someone really wants to know me, they can check out my website, right? And they'll really see the things that I have accomplished. In the beginning, I didn't want to lean too much into these titles and saying all of that because I wasn't comfortable. And now I'm becoming more comfortable with where I should put or where I should introduce myself when I'm speaking. Um, I'm practicing, right? It's not perfect. It's not flowing right out right now, but it will. I remember I will always used to start like peace, love, and light, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Markita, and if this is the first time you're joining me, welcome. And to those of you who are returning, welcome back. I said that for years, right? So when I say it, it's just so natural because I repeated that for so many years, and I can still add that in, but it's just like repeat, repeat, repeat. Keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up. You know, if you want to use the run club to make friends, keep showing up. Somebody is going to see you. Whatever it is, even if you want to get a romantic partner, and you want to use the tip of going to the bar at a hotel, keep showing up every single Wednesday. Make it a routine, make it a habit. The reason why I'm doing a 365-day challenge is so I can build consistency and momentum. So people can be like, oh, I seen her. What she's talking about today, so people can start seeing my face a lot more than they used to see me. Like just make sure that you are staying consistent and keep repeating, keep practicing, and it will become second nature. And my last thing I want to talk about is just allowing yourself to be a newbie. You're not going to have all of the confidence in the world at the beginning. You're not going to know all of the things in the beginning. I am nomadic. When I first started out, I didn't know a lot of the things that I know now. I just moved out of the country. I'm learning a lot, even though I've lived out of the country before, but I'm learning a lot again about myself and where I'm at in this journey. I'm learning a lot about my environment and how it has advanced since the last time I was here. I'm just learning, right? I'm allowing myself to be a newbie in the travel world. I'm allowing myself to be a newbie at being a YouTuber. I'm just allowing myself to be new. And in that newness, my confidence is not 100% there all the time. And in that newness, I'm not always very clear in my messaging. A lot of times when I sit down and talk, you guys, I don't get my title until after I've already talked. And I know a lot of people do it the opposite way, like they know what they're talking about going in. But for me, I talk I just talk and then I get the title afterwards. But that's a part of me being new. I don't have like any specific way. I just don't want to be super structured in it. I'll just say that. And that may mean that I won't that it'll just take me a lot longer for me to take off. That may mean that. But I would much rather it take longer for me to take off than to box myself into one specific thing that I'm supposed to talk about, that people are expecting me to talk about, and then I stop talking about that because it's no longer a part of my journey. You know what I mean? Like I would much rather talk about travel, talk about being nomadic. I would much rather talk about spirituality. I would much rather talk about personal development. I would much rather talk about all of these different topics that drive my life than just to box myself into travel. That travel is a big part of my life, right? I'm nomadic, so I'm always moving. Even motherhood, like I could talk about motherhood too. I don't want to box myself into that. I want people to, I want different people to come to me for different things. And I don't want when I start talking about another subject for people to go away. So if you're getting me right now in my authentic truth, then you will know to expect a variety of subjects from Markita every single day. Yeah, what Markita gonna talk about today? And then at some point you'll just be here for Markita talking about something instead of for something very, very specific. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, you always gonna walk away with a message. I have a very specific way of like just talking where it's always going to be a lesson in what I say. And I might not always get right to it when I start speaking, but it's gonna be somewhere in the video. And you'll get it or you won't, you know? Just depends on if you can listen to me talk until I get to the point. But yes, like I have to show up as my authentic self, and that is the only way because at the end of the day, I love this. Like, I love speaking. Um, and because it is a passion of mine, I believe that my messaging and what the what I'm known for. I'll say that. I believe that what I'm known for will become more fluent in time. And so I trust that. And so let that be a message for you. If you keep going, if you stay consistent with allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing yourself to be seen, allowing yourself to show up imperfectly, right? Consistently, then in the end, it will just be fluent. It will just be second nature, you know? So yeah, I believe that you can do it. I know you can do it. You can do this. And don't expect yourself to be perfect in the beginning. You know, be be easy on yourself. Take your time and develop a structured routine on how you will show up. And then if you're more structured in the routine of showing up, then you create the consistency. So if it's going to be every week, you're going to the running club. Every Wednesday, go to the running club. Is it every other Wednesday? Go to the running club every other Wednesday. No matter what it is, create some type of routine so that you know for yourself, but also for the people, the energy that is attracting to you, that it knows that to expect you there. Um, so that's all I got for y'all today. I really enjoyed this conversation. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like and subscribe. I will be back here tomorrow, y'all. I will be back here tomorrow. And yes, leave in the comments, drop in the comments for me which part resonated the most. Or let me make it easier, right? Because this is a part of it, right? I have to give a call to action so people can start commenting. Let's make it easier. If you resonated with what I said today, drop me a white heart. Just drop me a white heart. And if you feel led to share what stood out for you, add that as well. But you don't have to. I'm gonna start practicing that, y'all. Like the thing about this is just so funny because whoever is here with me in the beginning is here with me, and they are seeing the progress, right? They are seeing me evolve in real time, and it's nothing better to. It's no better feeling than for your audience to grow with you because you get to see just how I glow up. You know, you get to see what I blossom into. I will see you all tomorrow. Peace, love, and light, beautiful souls.